a little bit about. Sometimes they say teams have to learn how to win. You've been around some teams. Do you see that this team has to kind of learn how to put teams away and learn how to win?
Yeah, definitely. I was thinking about that last night, thinking going into thought about it, and I think this team. Last game we definitely believed that we are going to win. We definitely had the belief, and we've just kept building on that. I feel like throughout the season so far we've kept building on that. So I mean, moving forward, like we just have to. The narrative is going to be what the narrative is going to be, right? From last year and prior years. So we just have to wipe that clean and focus on this year. I feel like last year can kind of get into people's heads, especially for the people that were here last year. So I mean, yeah, you just have to have that winning culture, and I feel like the guys around here, we definitely have the mindset, and we're just got to keep pushing. So I definitely want to stand up in front of the team and talk to them about it. Just that I've been different places and I've seen it before where things didn't go well, and I've seen it where things go well. And winning is a belief. Winning is a belief. So we just have to keep going, and I definitely think that we have that in this room, but just have to keep pushing it.
After the first two games, speaking of mentality, after the first two games, you talked about the goldfish mentality. How important has that message been the past 2 weeks, and how important is it going forward?
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. Obviously, you got to learn from your mistakes, what's gotten us beat, and take that and improve on it. But also build off of the good, right? And I have like an 80-20 rule, to where there's 80% of the time that you have to take the positive out of things, and the other 20% that you have to be hard on yourself. And obviously as a competitor, I mean you're always hard on yourself, right? And I think just having that goes back to like the goldfish mentality, but I think the 80-20 rule is important for us as a team, just to be able to build off of what we've done so far, that has been good, but then to learn from what hasn't been good. So
How specifically have you applied that 80-20 rule where the last couple weeks you see so much potential getting out to those great starts, but then obviously not able to put it all together and finish? So have you kind of, dissected those games and tried to use that rule to take that moving forward?
yeah, today in practice it was all about finishing. We've done a really good job of coming out fast, starting fast. So I mean, it's just about finishing, right? And you have to keep the momentum going. So during practice today, I'm just trying to be positive, and like it's raining outside, right? I mean, everybody's still a little bit tired and crazy game, right? Delayed and whatnot. So I mean, I'm just out there like, hey, like we get to today, like we get to do this, and this is an opportunity that we got to capitalize on, right? And just saying all day like, hey, we got to finish, like keep the momentum going, keep that momentum going, and let's be clean, let's be sharp. So, and I know the guys on the defensive side of the ball were doing the same as well.
Speaking of the delay, how did you stay fresh during that long delay? And have you ever experienced anything like that?
I've experienced something like no, I haven't experienced anything like that. Similar. I mean, I've had delays before at Miami with the Lightning, but nothing along those lines. Like that was a whole different deal. Getting done at 2 o'clock in the morning, it was past my bedtime, like 11, come on. But I mean, it was a great opportunity to go out there and play. And again, we had the belief that we're going to go out there and get a win. So that's why we went into it confidently, right? And we wanted to play. And we were hoping that the Lightning cleared out so that we could have that opportunity because we drove 4 hours. But yeah, for me, I just stayed in the indoor and kind of just hung out with the guys. I mean, there wasn't really much to do. Just twiddle thumbs a little bit, play Among Us on the phone. I mean, yeah.
That's kind of what we did too.
Yeah.
You seem to be getting more comfortable each week. After the first 4 games, how do you evaluate your play?
Yeah, I feel like I have definitely grown up in the last couple of weeks since the season started. There's been things that have happened and where I've been able to learn from, right? And trying to get bad out of my vocabulary, just because it has a negative feeling to it, right? And I just try to take that as a learning experience. So I feel like there's things that I've definitely learned from, and been able to improve upon. Like I had Casey running one time last game in the back of the end zone. He kind of got tied up, and I was like, all right, it's early downs right now. Like, let's just throw the ball at the back of the end zone. Little things like that I feel like I've done a better job of, and just mentally playing out through the week, just playing it out in my head. And I mean, I'll go home and, hey, if I get this play and where's my answer right here? Like I have to have an answer for everything, right? So with the ball in my hands, and just got to take care of the ball. But I feel like I've done a really good job of improving upon that, and look to grow. I mean, look to keep growing, and obviously the game didn't end how we wanted it to. But I mean, I got to find a way to elevate everybody's play as well as the quarterback. So got to find a way to be a winner.
That ended early Sunday morning. It's Tuesday now. Have you kind of caught up mentally and sleep schedule and all that stuff yet, or is that still kind of a process?
Yeah, it's still a little bit fatigued, a little bit tired, but I mean that's a given after a game, and it's a physical game. So, yeah, definitely been trying to get my body back, get my mind back, and just reset. You know what I'm saying? Hit the reset button, personally and as a team, and each side of the ball. So yeah, I mean. Feel good going into this week. I'll be rested by Saturday.
You were just talking about what you were practicing before you came in. How's that been going?
Yeah,
it's just a different thing, learning how to slide, right?
Right, yeah. So we had and mind you, I didn't run in high school, right? So I started running when I got to college. My freshman year, I pulled the ball in the zone read, ran 50, and got tackled, hurt my ankle, was done for the year. But I mean, like that was the first time I really started running. So yeah, I've been trying to learn how to slide. We got some rain outside right now, so practice ended, and I was out there just trying to learn how to slide. Just some baseball slides. Used to play baseball back in the day, so was running and try to slide like that. But I mean, that's where guys come in and they try to take your head off. So try to learn how to do the little head first and land on the left shoulder, right? So I'm not right now. I'm kind of a head but the ground type of guy. That's what Coach Baker said. So I just kind of run and guys get around me and I just drop. So trying to stay off that right shoulder and just learn to protect myself some more.
What do you see in UTSA on tape?
I see that I would say that they're kind of similar to our defense, and we've been playing against our defense for all spring and all fall, right? So, but I mean they do some special things. They're a good defense. They're a good defense, but looks like they're doing some base stuff. Looks like they have some packages that they could bring out, but we definitely have some ways to get after them.
Hey, what's going on?
Suirad, how do you guys bounce back after a couple of tough losses?
Man, it's after you got to get your mistakes ready and come together as a team, accept your mistakes, correct them, and get back to it.
What did you see on those third downs? I mean, obviously you were close to get off the field. Liberty had a lot of success. Just how frustrating was all that?
I mean, it's anytime you trying to get off the field on third down, man, and they convert, you got to do your job. That's the main thing. Like Coach Houston always say, play your position. And so is Coach Harrell. They always emphasize doing your job. So when you don't do your job, man, they're gonna convert, and it's frustrating. But we getting the corrections.
It was almost uncanny how good they were on third down. I mean, that just doesn't happen really in football. It was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, I don't want to give them too much credit for our mistakes, but like a good team should do, like Coach Houston say, when somebody make a mistake, you make them beat.
Were you guys getting a little tired there at the end? I mean, obviously it was 2 whatever in the morning. Also, I think time possession was something like 23-7 there in that second half. Did it kind of start to wear on you guys midway through the fourth?
I wouldn't say weird because Coach Harrell, he strained us a lot in practice for those moments. So I wouldn't say strain, but like I said, once again, it's just doing your job. When you get people not doing their job, one person not doing their job hurts the whole entire defense. And so, like I said, we just got to get those corrections, and we'll get back to it coming this weekend.
What was it like going through that 5-hour delay?
Man, I was here when we was back in Houston, and y'all know that 6-hour delay. It was rough. Just sitting around, man. You get ready to play. You got your mind ready. Come from the hotel, and then you wait. So if this happened again, we can focus and lock in more onto the break. But we handled it. I feel like we handled it pretty well as a whole.
How do you continue to lock in during that long span? How do you try to keep your body warm up?
You can stretch. I mean, we stretch here and there, but after a while, you can't stretch for 3 and 4 hours at a time. So as a whole, we watch film a little bit. Like we all know, we watch film 3-4 days at a time a week. So it's just like after a while, it comes down to stretching, mentally lock in. Put your phones down a little bit too. Like Coach Houston always say, stay off your phone a little bit, and pretty much just locking in on the game and responsibilities. We're going over your playbook. We're going over the job for the week. So yeah.
It was a small sample size, but were y'all able to get the film of those first 2 drives and look at what you had done so far?
Yeah, we got 3 plays on offense and 3 plays on defense. So the little 3 plays we had, Coach Earl, he was on it like right then and there, man. Yeah, we got to it quick.
What do you see in UTSA this week?
Pretty much the same much as last year. They got a couple of plays where they're going to go at us where they got us last year as far as mistakes again. And like I said, we correcting those mistakes not only from last year, but as far as last week, something they may see. So they're a good overall team, but we got something for them.
A different quarterback this year. Frank Harris last year, new quarterback this year. What are you seeing from the quarterback for UTSA?
The quarterbacks are a little different. The guy last year, he was moving a lot, inside and outside the pocket. You got to keep that pocket. But pretty good guy. I mean, he made good reads, and the reads not as much as for me, but we keep him in the pocket. We'll get to him.
You guys defensively as seniors, especially, you have so much pride. So, is there a little extra motivation to bounce back after last week? Y'all seem pretty mad coming off that field.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't say mad. It's more a disappointment because, like you said, the expectation is high. I mean, the standard, Coach Harrell calls it the standard, and the standard is the standard. And when you don't reach the standard, you feel like you're less of what you set the standard for.
How do you guys kind of maintain your positive mindset and everything?
Yeah, I mean, number one, we got to still believe. Yes, it sucks. We dropped 2 in a row. But at the same time, we're 0-0 in the conference. So we still got everything we can do. We still can win the conference, and that's our main goal right now.
Sometimes they say teams have to learn how to win. Do you see some of that maturity level or something? You guys get big leads and it seems like it slips away. Is that maturity or is that just learning how to finish things?
Yeah, that's another part of the growth thing, and belief as well. If you watch the tape, week by week we're getting better and better. It's just we gotta, like you said, learn when to put our foot on their throats and finish it.
You guys in the second half, you really only had 3 drives with the game on the line. Y'all moved the ball. Is that part of it too, like finishing those drives? Because it feels like y'all are close.
Yeah, and then right there at the end of the game, obviously, we had a situation that hurt us real bad. But outside of that, like everyone on that sideline, even the defensive player knew that we could move the ball down there and score. So that's not the problem.
What do you remember from UTSA last year?
They're definitely big up front. They have defensive linemen that are, they've been there a long time, all fifth-year guys, probably 330 plus. There's some big guys. Secondary, they're good. They're just they're kind of like us in terms of on defense. They pride themselves on being physical.
You mentioned 0-0 in conference so far this year. Can you feel a difference this week just leading up to an American opponent?
Oh, for sure. There is a difference, but at the same time, every single week we're trying to go out and win. That's the number one goal is win football games. And yes, we've dropped 2, but again, we got another chance this week. So
it's your 6th year of college football, right? And all 6 in the American. So what makes this league so difficult?
This league is definitely underrated in terms of the talent that there is. People think it's just Power 5 teams that have all the big. The guy might not be an extra inch taller, but at the same time, the skill level's there. Everybody's physical. Everybody's fast. It's just people see measurements and stars, and that's kind of it.
4 games into the season, how's the body holding up? How are you doing health-wise?
Good. Surprisingly, knock on wood, everything's good. Outside of season soreness, I'm healthy.
How crucial was it to get some rest because y'all had a late night Sunday morning, Saturday night, so to have you kind of bounce back after that?
Well, Coach kind of took care of us on Sunday in terms of not having to kind of get out there with cleats and kind of go like a full normal Sunday practice. So we kind of did a little walkthrough tempo kind of thing. But like you said, it was late, so that was a rough kind of turnaround for about 24 hours. But as long as you take care of your recovery and eating right, you'll be fine.
Have you caught up with the sleep schedule yet?
Oh, yeah. Today was kind of the first day I felt normal and my alarm went off. Those first couple days were rough.
Are you getting tired of the rain yet?
Yes, I'm soaked. I'm tired of it raining. But, indoors coming. I won't be able to see it, but these guys will.
I feel you.
Yeah, you and Jake, center quarterback, how is that going? Kind of like ID and blitzes, all that sort of stuff?
Good. For years, I had to kind of take charge of that, but being that Jake is – people don't understand he's got a good high football IQ, so he can see things like that, and that makes it a lot easier for me, so I can just kind of go out there and play. I don't have to think as much, but it's been good.